animals being housed in, and then it's the rack that they are being housed on. So it's 140 ventilated rack. That's 140 cages on a vent rack, dash auto water tube. So it's the second rack in the room. So for the PI's perspective or the researcher, if they actually have the bill, they can say, wait a minute, I didn't know I had any animals on rack number 2. So it breaks down the room into sub-rooms into the rack levels. So it's very, very detailed. It'll actually tell them where their animals are. And some people would prefer it all be consolidated until they've lost some animals, and all of a sudden this breakout says, oh, they went to a different room. They're not even in the same room anymore. So that gives them the ability to view it. Now, the new system, when they log in, will actually allow them to see the census. So we're working toward, we've stabilized, and now we're putting in the next level of functionality. And once that's done, we'll start rolling out with beta testers. So we're figuring about 6-8 months until the first beta testers are actually looking at the system from the research point of view. I'm figuring about a year until the masses of investigators are on. But we're going to be looking for some beta testers. You guys are the first RAS to reach out. So if you guys want to be the beta test unit to actually view bills online, we'd be completely open for some people who want to do that, because we need to work through what are the kinks, what are the issues, just like we ran into with the bills here. But we also wanted to walk through understanding what you see at the top of the bill. So under account, it's always going to give you who owns that money. So there's a PI of a protocol, and there's the actual person who runs the grant, and they aren't always the same people. So you may see names appear twice. And so Weinshanker owns the money. It's DAR versus Y. So it's our DAR versus the Yerkes DAR.
Okay.
Yeah. F stands for federal money.
Okay.
So we break that out. Then we give the EPICS number that's tied to that project. And then that's not protocol, right? It is the award ID. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then the last number is the speed type. So if there are 3 speed types associated to that award, which sometimes there are, you can actually sort them together and see this is all the same award, and then these are the various projects associated, or speed types associated to it.
How do you determine which speed type to charge if there are 3 listed?
So they have to give it to us. The labs, the researchers always give us the speed types. And they order it. There's multiple ways they can initiate the use of a speed type. The first is through an animal order. When they place the animal order, they also authorize the breeding account. So they're upfront telling us how they're going to be housed, as well as how are we purchasing them. They don't have to use the same one at that point in time. They can actually put them to 2 different funding sources. Another is they order labels to wean animals or to separate out cages. So when they go to wean them, they may be breeding them all under this project, but they may be weaning them to 3 experimental projects. So at that point, they may want their labels to have different speed types. At that point in time, we're moving them right onto that speed type, but we're also deducting if they're weaning. We have a way of, with the label, of identifying that this is a weaning label versus separating a priorly documented cage, that we deduct those animals from that speed type on the protocol. So remember, there's an animal allocation that we can use with each funding source. So that's where we deduct the animals also.
So are you saying on one invoice you can have breeding on one speed type, weaning on another speed type, and that'll be on one invoice?
On the same speed type, anything that's associated to that particular speed type, breeding, weaning, the animal order is going to be here. It's just one separate speed type per bill.
Okay.
Right. But these are the actions that might initiate activity on that speed type. And then researchers may have documented animals one speed type, but now they want to move it. So say they didn't know the genotype when they were separating their cages out or weaning their cages out, so they just put them on mom's protocol and speed type to start. Then when they got the documentation, they said, okay, let's move these animals over to this other speed type. That's a transfer form. So they have to complete this transfer form as well as an account change request to move those animals over to the new speed type, to the new protocol. And so when they do that, that's where you'll see these shifts that are occurring.